family eventually. Then also allowing myself allowing myself let go of the negative stigma that was imposed on me.
Mm-hmm.
And that has really been one of the biggest battles mentally. Allowing myself, even after years of being told this is wrong and don't do this as a career, and then finally getting acceptance from my parents, the mental stigma still stayed with me, and I think I'm still working with that actually.
And and it may stay with you for a minute, because I mean, I think it's something that when I guess you don't want to disappoint people, but you have a dream that you want to live at the same time. Excuse me. So it's like balancing that, and I understand it's pretty hard probably to balance. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Folake.
Sorry, you broke up there. I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I said it's probably hard to balance that, because you have people that you don't want to disappoint, and you have goals at the same time, and and you get out there and you took that trip, you made it here, you auditioned, and you found you an agent and you were working. So I mean, you was doing stuff to better yourself, and at the same time, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Trying to make that balance where it's gonna be mentally in your head for the whole time. But you know what? Even though you're still going through, but you know what? You've overcome at the same time, and I applaud you for that. I really do.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to, especially you don't want to disappoint your family and your parents. It's a working process while I am still achieving my goals.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's something that I need to get over, and so far so good. I think with each achievement, I'm slowly knocking off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Knocking down that wall.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, when you say you came over from America, if I'm not mistaken, you're from, by your name, you're Nigerian, correct?
Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Lagos.
Nice. So how is it different? What's the big difference between Nigeria and America in your eyes, as far as it goes for what you're doing in your career today?
For what I'm doing in my career, well, acting-wise, the biggest difference, I mean, we have Nollywood in Nigeria. It's the third biggest film industry in the world.
Wow.
So there are a lot of productions, and it's recognized worldwide as well. I think the difference between when I first started acting in over here in America versus if I had remained in Nigeria would probably have been production value, the quality of the work. They're doing a lot of great things now that are comparable to some projects over here in America, but I think that would have been the biggest difference, and the reach also. The audience for Nollywood is obviously not as big as Hollywood is.
And I get that. I get it. But you know what? The good thing is, even though you're here, there's still a chance for other people from Nigeria to act also. So I commend all of you. Now, speaking about acting, did you have any mentors that helped you out to prepare you to become an actress?
I didn't have a lot of mentors actually. I never specifically had a mentor. No, and it's one of the things I wish I had the opportunity to acquire. That would be one of the things I wish I could have done differently, and because of that, I'm actually looking into it now. Mm-hmm. I didn't have an opportunity to find a mentor. I didn't even know one existed when I was studying. Remember, I didn't have a lot of support outside of school.
Right.
So I was figuring everything out myself, and having a mentor wasn't something that ever occurred to me. So at this point, though, in my life, I understand the value of it, and I wish I had it. I'm looking to find one now. I would say the people that provided that sort of guidance to me would be my professors. My professors in City College in New York, David Willinger, Keith Grant. It was a great department. They were working with very little, but they were very forthcoming, and they tried as best as they could to teach us a lot.
Nice. Well, the good thing is I could tell you picked it up because, like I said before, your skill is there. So you're doing big things. And we will talk about Death Race 2050 in a minute. But before we even get into that, now, Folake, if you could pick one dream actor and one dream actress of your choice, past, present, or if you know somebody that's about to get into the movie industry now, who would you pick? What one actor and actress would you pick to work in any type of movie that in your choosing? Who would it be?
I'd like to work with?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough question. I mean, when I was younger, I obviously had a lot of actors and actresses I look up to. Coming into the industry now and being in the industry for some time now, I find that I am more drawn to everyday heroes who inspire me. But as far as projects to work on, I'd love to work with Quentin Tarantino.
Ooh,
of
nice.
Course. Bryan Singer. Like I'm into sci-fi projects.
Mm-hmm.
As far as actors and actresses, Angela Bassett would be great to work with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Christopher Walken. You know, some of the greats.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Angela Bassett, if you're listening right now, Quentin Tarantino, all of you guys, if you're listening, you heard her. Let's do something. Collaborate. I'm telling you, that's going to be something big. And
yeah.
I think y'all can actually get that done. So let's go on and get in contact with her. Let's get everything done. Ms. Bassett, let's do it. I'm telling you, let's do it. Now.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is what I'm talking about. Now, Folake, let's talk about what everybody worldwide would like to hear about also right now. Death Race 2050, come out January 2017. I know you don't want to give the cat out of the bag, but can you give us like a description of the movie and what the movie is about?
So Death Race 2050 is a remake of the original Death Race 2000, which came out in the 70s. And our Death Race 2050 is post-apocalyptic corporate America and the things folks and citizens do to pass their time and to entertain themselves. It's tough to give a description without giving anything away. But what I can tell you though is that it is morbid. And it's morbid, it's a lot of fun, it's outrageous and inappropriate, and it's very graphic. And if you've seen the original, it stays true to the original one. I mean, if you're a fan of the original, then you definitely love this.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, where was it shot at?
We shot that in Lima, Peru.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, Folake, I got to bring up something, and I'm not laughing, but I am, and I'm going to call you Superwoman. Because I've heard a little story about you. Now, and I'm going to let you tell the story, but I'm going to start the story off. You got invited to a beach house, if I'm not mistaken. And some of you in the cast...
Oh, no.
Yes, I think you know where I'm going with this one. And some of you in the cast was outside, and you wanted to be Superwoman and pick up two women at one time. I want you to tell everybody about that.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't my proudest moment, but it just seemed so doable and so easy. And then after I was told I couldn't do it, I felt like I had to prove myself. So I carried two of my. We were at this beach house. The producer invited us to his place, and we were hanging out on the beach. And two of the cast members carried each other, and I was like, "Yeah, I can totally carry both of them." And they're like, "No, I don't think you can." I'm like, "Yes, I can." And so I go and I start to, and I achieve some success, but then we all fall back, and it was like a funny moment. But I messed up. I messed up my knee.
Wow.
And we still had a lot of shooting to do.
Wow. And if I'm not mistaken, your knee was swollen, and you had to do not to give anything away, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't you have to do like a lot of walking on set, excuse me, the next day?
The following day, we shot this scene where all the characters are walking towards their car, and it's like a slow motion, really sexy scene. And my character has on really high boots. She's very sexy and she dresses very elaborately. And she had on knee-high boots, like 6-inch heels. And I had to walk the span of maybe like about 5,000 feet. And we had to do it. We had to do it over and over again. And it had to be sexy, and it had to look nice. But I was in excruciating pain because my knee was swollen. I thought it was broken. I wasn't sure what was going on with it. Yeah, it was. That was certainly one of the hardest scenes to shoot, just walking.
Man, Folake, I'm not gonna lie to you. See, they would have been mad at me on set because that would have been me. I would have been like, cut. Can somebody bring me a pair of Nikes or some Reeboks or something? I want to be
the show must go on.
Whoo! I applaud you on that. I really applaud you because my knee swollen. If I was a woman, my knee swollen. I'm in them boots. They would have thought I was a pimp. I'd have been pimp walking so hard that day. It would have been hurting. So I applaud you on that. You did your thing, girl. You really did your thing.
Thank you. I think it was successful. I don't think you can tell that I was in a lot of pain. Hopefully, you can't tell.
Well, I don't believe you can. Everyone that's listening worldwide right now, make sure you do go check out Death Race 2050. It's going to be on DVD, Blu-ray, January 2017. Go get it. Make sure you get this. Watch Folake. She's going to be walking sexy through the movie with a swollen knee, and you're not going to even know. That's how good she is. I'm trying to tell you. She is that good. Make sure you do get the movie. Check it out. Now, are there any other projects that you're working on that you would like to talk about that's outside of Death Race?
I'm also working, being released right now is Female Fight Club. Mm-hmm. I believe it's been released in some territories, Tokyo, I think, and some other parts of Europe. It hasn't been released in the U.S. yet, but it should be soon. It's set in Vegas. It's about an illegal underground fighting ring with all female fighters.
Whoa! So are you fighting in the movie?
Yes, I am. I actually fight with an actual, like a real life MMA fighter.
What?
Amanda, Lady Killer. That's her name.
Good gosh! Is there anything that you would not do, as far as it goes for acting? Is there any type of plot?
Anything? Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff I wouldn't do. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't do. But when it comes to like action and fun stuff, mm-hmm. That's my territory. I like doing stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I like that. I mean, good job to you. You're doing your thing. How was it training, as far as it goes for that movie? Not Death Race, but when you're actually fighting an MMA.
Female Fight Club?
Yes. How was the train? How did you
Female
train?
Fight Club, I'd already been training before I got the part. So I had been training in Israeli martial arts. So it was an easy segue. We had fight choreography for the movie, mm-hmm. prepare as far as scenes, and it went smoothly. It's something I've done already in stage combat, so I was familiar with it.
Wow. Girl, you are multi-talented, and I love it. You are multi-talented. You're doing your thing. Female Fight Club, Death Race 2050. Make sure you check out both of these movies. It's something you have to do, everyone. Make sure you do it. Is there like a specific time release that's going to be coming to America? Have anybody talked about it?
Not that I know of yet. They're still working on a date, I believe.
Okay, not a problem. Now, what type of genre of movies do you enjoy watching the most? That you like to sit down and say, okay, this is my free time. I want to pop something in. What type of movie would it be?
They're this exact same movies, the exact same genres that I love to be in. So sci-fi fantasy. Mm-hmm. I love sci-fi fantasy. So the Game of Thrones, the X-Men, the earlier X-Men franchise.
Oh yeah.
Underworld, Resident Evil, stuff like that.
Okay.
Sci-fi adventure action films, fantasy action. Those are the types of flicks I love to watch.
Nice. Now, which one would you say would be your favorite X-Men movie and your favorite Underworld movie?
I think my favorite X-Men would probably be one of the first one.
Okay.
Sure. When they with Famke Janssen. I mean, Hugh Jackman has been in all of them, but the first ones were my favorite with Bryan Singer of X-Men 1. Underworld. I've been fine with all the Underworlds. I've liked all of them. I'm looking forward to one coming out, and Resident Evil as well. I've loved all of them. I'd love to be in Resident Evil.
So if you was actually offered a spot on Resident Evil, would you take it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Without a doubt.
I hope the right people are listening right now. I'm telling you, she knows martial arts. She can handle herself. Get her in there.
I hope so too.
Yes, most definitely. Now, how can your fans that's listening worldwide right now, how can they actually follow you on social media to keep up with you, to see the latest and greatest of you?
I'd love to hear from you guys. You can find me on Twitter at the Folake. That's the and my name, TheFolake. You can also find me on Instagram, the.Folake. You can also find me on Facebook by my name, Folake Olowofoyeku.
Everybody, make sure
and reach out. I'd love to hear from you guys.
Hey,
and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the interview. If you have any other questions.
That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you follow Folake Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you follow her. She's doing big things. You want to keep up with her? This is the way to do it. And she says she want to hear from the fans. So why not? Make sure you do this. This is something you do not want to miss. Make sure you follow her. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do it. Now, what is your ultimate goal as an actress?
My ultimate goal as an actress is to man my own franchise. In the vein of the Resident Evils and Underworlds, I would love a project like that.
Wow. And I don't see why you can't do it. I really don't. You're skilled in this.
I don't see why either.
So,
I think it's definitely possible.
Well, I think you need to do it. And and when you get it, I'm going to make sure I contact you. And I'm going to tell you, I told you was going to do it. I'm going to be the first one to tell you.
Okay.
I already see it coming. Yes. Yeah. Now, Folake, I know you're a busy woman. You've been busy all day, and I know you're trying to relax. So I just have one final question for you. What advice would you give any male or female that want to become an actor or an actress in the movie and television industry?
I'd say study the craft. Know your body, know your face, know your range as an actor, and just work on your craft, work on your talent, take classes, read a lot. And then also, and equally important, learn the business side of the industry, because they both go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure your talent is on point. You also want to make sure that you're business minded and you approach the industry as a business as well as an artistic endeavor.
Nice. Well, actually, Folake, I got one more question for you. How hard was it for you to find an agent? Because when people start in the movie industry, it seemed like it's hard to reach out and get an agent. How hard was it for you?
No, it wasn't. I've been through different situations. I mean, I started out in New York. Now I'm in LA. So I've switched agents. But I remember my first agent, Thompson Agency, was through a referral from a friend. But that was easy. And I think if you can find a referral, if you go to classes and meet with teachers who believe in your work, they'll be able to refer you and friends and your peers as well. So I don't think it's that difficult. I think what is hard is finding the right fit. Mm-hmm. And it's important not to rush into it and be vocal about how you want your relationships to work. But I think the hardest part is finding the right fit.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen worldwide, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen worldwide, I hope you enjoyed this interview. This is something I want you to make sure if you're trying to get into the movie and television industry, I hope you paid attention. She told you what to do. She showed you. Folake is the woman. Make sure, once again, you follow her on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you do check out Death Race 2050, January 2017, and Female Fight Club. When it hits America, grab it. There's something you want to see. I'm telling you, I guarantee she's going to get nasty with that MMA fighter. I already see it coming. So, guys, thank you for coming on the show. Folake, thank you 100 times for taking your time out today to come on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, and I'd love to have you back in the future.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Without a doubt.
Thank you. Have a great night, and everybody else have a great night also. Until the next time on the Big Scoop with Coop.
You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Coop. With Mr. Coop.